So Jordan, just go through the process of getting to where you are now. Played as a true freshman, not as much last year. Now you're starting to get a lot of time again. So how's the development gone? How tough was it early, and then sort of backing off a little?
Yeah, when I first got here, I was a true freshman, and I came in June, and we were had a lot of depth issues, so we weren't really deep in the D line room. So I was forced to play early, and so by me doing that, I had to kind of learn on the fly. Coach Leslie was my position coach, and he just basically said, "I gotta get ready to play." And so that played. So during that time, we just really focused on getting me ready to play and stuff like that. And and I ended up playing my freshman year and my sophomore year. It was a COVID year, and also I got hurt. So that also gave me some more time to. That sophomore year really gave me a lot of time to develop more. And I feel like, and I got some game time then, not as much. And then it kind of came into role this year. And this year, I'm played a vital role in the team and also in the D line room. And I feel like just those years of development and stuff like that, and I feel like that's played a big role to how I'm playing right now.
How much more ready do you feel like you were this year? And when you look back to your freshman year, you go, wow, this is how much better and how much more prepared I am now versus then.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a lot more ready, and like just compared to from my freshman year to now, it's a night and day difference. And I'm really grateful for like the development and stuff that I had along the way, and I feel like that played a big role in my development and to where I am right now.
So that development, is it more mental or physical? I mean, you were strong in high school, so did you need to get stronger, or did you need to learn the mental side of the game?
I think for more for me, it was the mental side of it. I think I had the strength part down, and like all the physical attributes, but it was more of the mental part for me coming transitioning from high school to college and stuff like that, and really learning the playbook and just getting developed in a mental way. I think that was really the biggest thing.
What's the biggest part of that mental side? Is it just the playbook, or is it like practice habits and figuring out how to do things the right way and that kind of thing?
It was really all of it. Obviously the playbook stuff like that, but I think for me it was more of like the mental part of me knowing what I can do. If that makes sense, and that was really the biggest part for me. And coach just talked about all the time. It's more mental for me. So once I got that part down, it came a lot easier.
Jordan, take me back to your recruitment. You didn't start getting interest from West Virginia until Neil got the job, right?
Yes, sir.
So, uh, were you getting a little anxious because you had offers, but maybe not a Power Five offer, if memory serves? And then ultimately, why did you jump in with West Virginia?
So I had a few Power Five offers, and so Coach Brown was at Troy, and so they had a lot of interest in me, and they had offered me at Troy, and I had built a strong relationship with Coach Leslie and Coach Brown, and so when they got the job here at West Virginia, it was just like the relationship continued in that way, and then so when they offered me from here, when they got here to West Virginia, it was just like okay, I came took a visit, and the relationship continued, and bond grew, and I knew this is where I wanted to spend my next 4 years, where I wanted to be.
You're going to play some more even front this year. Does odd front versus even front, one or the other, fit you better? What do you like about each one?
Um, it's just it really doesn't matter to me. I can do it both. I like odd front, but Coach Leslie really wants us to be versatile, and Coach Jackson as well. So we play a lot of odd and even. So I feel like I can play both.
In the odd front, when you get to go up, head up against the center a lot, is that kind of a personal challenge for you? Is really get you that one-on-one matchup you'd like?
Yes, sir. It does. I like that one-on-one matchup, especially heads up when I'm against the center. I feel like it's a good advantage for me. Strength on strength wise.
How much pain is there to be a defensive lineman?
How much pain?
Pain.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of pain, especially being a nose tackle.
I guess just when it's starting to go away, you're ready to practice and play again.
Yes, sir. by the time the pain goes away, it's the next week, you know, and we just, you know, that's why we get a lot of recovery stuff like that. But yeah, you know, just love for the game. You know, you just know it's gonna pay off in the end. What you gonna put into the game, what you get out of it, you know. So just gotta keep that in mind. The end goal.
Jordan, some of your weight room stuff is kind of legendary, right?
Yes, sir.
Did football lead you to the weight room, or did the weight room lead you to football?
So I've always been kind of strong, you know. So I guess in a way, football kind of led me to the weight room. And so, you know, by being playing football, I knew I had to get stronger, stuff like that. So, and then all my, you know, most of my spare free time is in the weight room.
You say you've always been strong. When was the first time you realized you were stronger than most of the kids your age or anything like that?
Probably when I got in high school, and I realized like I'm not stronger than, you know, the average high schooler, and then I started weightlifting, you know, stuff like that. So I realized I was like, okay, like I'm really strong. So
Is that just by, you know, you got in the weight room and you're throwing up more weight than most guys, or was it out on the field where you're like, oh, I'm really, you know, bodying these kids?
it's really both, you know. That's really both of those really were really struck for me.
On a weightlifting team, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm curious, what is that like? Is it like a football team? Is it like a baseball team? How does that go?
In a way, you know, we train year round, and then we have meets and stuff like, and so we live like that. Like it's just like kind of like a track meet in a way, but it's just weight room, and then it's like different weight classes, stuff like that.
I understand that if you could physically move somebody out of the way, that's pretty good for football, but some of the explosion you have to, like for clean and jerk, right?
Yes, sir.
That's probably really handy on the defensive line. Apart from just the muscle, like what about weightlifting transfers to playing your position?
For me, like you said, clean and jerk, you know, twitch, being able to get under people and explosion, and then you know, squat also plays a big role into it. You know, just be able to unhinge from your hips and transfer your power. You know, bench press, being able to lock somebody out, get them off of, you know, just, you know, in that type of way.
You've had a couple years to adjust to it, but a Florida kid coming to West Virginia, snow, yeah. What was your first reaction to some of that, and are you used to it now, or do you still get cold?
I still get cold, but I'm used to it now, though. You know, just it was a big adjustment. You know, practicing in 20-degree weather and all that. I had to get used to that, but I'm pretty used to it now.
Talked to Florida kids in the past. Some have never seen snow until they got up here. Had you traveled around enough? Had you seen it before, or was it your first experience when you got here?
Yes, sir. I've seen snow before, and then I was born in Alabama, in Birmingham, and so it snowed like, you know, wintertime. We got a few flurries, so I've seen it before. I just never seen as much until I got up here.
You like it or do you hate it?
I kind of like it. It's a different scenery, you know.
When you got here as a freshman, talking to a couple of your upperclassmen teammates, maybe they were joking a little bit, but they were saying, hey, when he starts lifting, we go somewhere else because he's kind of putting us to shame. I mean, is that a little bit of pressure? Did you know, hey, this is one place I can jump right in and compete right off the bat?
Yes, sir. I knew coming in that I would be able to compete in the weight room, and I know that I had the strength to where I could be able to live with the older guys and stuff like that. So I knew that was one of the things where I had it going for me. So I just had to make sure I attacked that really well.
You know, if you're putting up big numbers in the weight room, that drives people to want to get to you. You know, maybe now that you're an older guy, new guys coming in see you and they're like, oh, I want to get to that. Like, is it kind of a competitive atmosphere like that?
Yes, sir. In a way, it kind of creates that competitive atmosphere because like I want to get strong like that, or I want to move those numbers, and it just it makes them grind harder to where they can reach those numbers, and also keeps me grinding because I realize that I got young guys or guys might be just looking at me, looking at my strength, and they want to get there. So it kind of keeps me going for that competitive edge, and it also helps them too.
What are your weight room numbers? What are you maxing now in some of the?
I don't know right off the bat, but I know my bench is probably over 445. My squat is 635, and then clean and jerk is 375. Somewhere around there. Not too bad, you know.
Jordan, your best game last week?
Yes, sir. I like to think so. That was one of my best games last week.
Feel like that was coming? Kind of the result of, I guess, like 2 years of this now?
Yes, sir. I knew it was gonna come eventually. You know, coach is always saying, you know, stay patient. You just do what you can control. You know, do your job, and when I got there, it just came natural. I just let go and I played free, and I had a good game.
Anything else for Jordan? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.